Well, you cannot experience all the things that you wanted to experience if you remembered. For if you remembered past the age of only a few months that you are this incredibly powerful being that can create, well, then you would not have any experience in life that was what you might call a hardship, or you would not. Hey guys, it's Joe and Belinda, and we are back with another conversation with Sam. So, another chat with Sam. If you're new here, welcome. And I channel an angelic collective that goes by Sam. And my friend Belinda here is kind enough to ask the questions so that I can stay in the channeling while she asks and interacts with Sam. So today I have no idea what this question is. I didn't write it. So we're going to, yeah, here we go. And if, as always, please be sure to support the channel by liking, subscribing, hitting the button, all that kind of good stuff. Okay. You ready, Belinda?
Oh, yes.
Okay, hang on. Let me just check, or we're just going to change this. There we go. Okay. Okay, dokie, here we go. Actually, sorry, before I go in, I'm just going to change the speaker or the video. There we go, to both of us. Okay. Mhm. Hello, hello, dear ones. We are so pleased to have this interaction with you today. We are feeling a vibrational shift in the energy. Ah. And we want to remind you that this is a vibrational transaction. The words are but a distraction for your humanness as we allow the frequencies to move through you. Allow yourself, if you wish, you have free will, to be open to frequencies that are somewhat of an upgrade. For much is going on your planet, and the more grounded and connected to spirit you are, connected to source you are, the more benefit you will reap. Yes, dear one, go ahead.
Thank you. You're very calming.
Mm.
I really enjoy that. Thank you. So my question is around guidance. So most people know that you guide us. But why are you guiding us?
Mm. We love this topic. For you as the whole of you, not simply the humanness of you, but the whole of your spirit is in the same realm as us. We are neighbors and friends and colleagues. And together we chose to interact in a continued manner from different perspectives. So it is less that we are guiding you, but more that we are here to remind you of the direction you chose to move in before you became human. We are colleagues with the same intention.
It's a nice way of putting it. Thank you.
Yes, before you became a human, you laid out and chose from so many options of what you would look like and sound like, and perhaps you would have a particular what you would call disability, and we would not for sure, but a particular language, a particular family. You chose interactions that would happen as your human self. And When you completed your book of choices, let's say, or a blueprint, as this one says, then it was not all the details, but the general gist of how you wanted to experience life because you wanted to experience. And we are here as rather than someone who experiences it with you in the human realm, but we are as a coach here to remind you of all the things you wanted to experience. Because one of the things that you experience is forgetting. So when you came to be a human, you forgot all your book. You left your playbook behind. And we are simply here in the perspective of seeing all of it. So rather than let you go off without any guidance or any coaching and following a path that may be more difficult for not remembering, we are here to bring about the remembering. For we are indeed not more or less than you, but we are friends and colleagues in this experiencing together. So we do not have any more power or say than you do, for you have free will as a human or the whole of you, just as we do. But we, you and us, have chosen to interact and experience this time together. So we are more about reminding you, nudging you in a direction that you have already chosen for yourself. We are simply here to assist, for we have the playbook. Does this make sense for you?
It does, but why would you want to forget?
Well, you cannot experience all the things that you wanted to experience if you remembered. For if you remembered past the age of only a few months that you are this incredibly powerful being that can create, well, then you would not have any experience in life that was what you might call a hardship, or you would not experience all the love and joy and so forth as well. For as a human, you experience contrast, you experience both ends of the spectrum. And if you came knowing just who you are, well, then 3D is impossible, for you would not recognize that this is a limitation of living in a body. You would not experience fear. You would not experience anger. You would not forgive. You would not experience forgiveness or judgment. But this is the basis of the experiences as a human. If you remembered everything, dear one, you might as well stay here. And we see the benefit of staying here, for we are staying here. But rather, you, as the individual being that you are, chose to experience something else. We are simply here to assist a friend. But we want to emphasize that humans are no more and no less than we are, for we are all an energetic being of the vibration of love. You are simply experiencing but a small fractal part of that whole. You may choose next time to experience life on a different planet or a different realm or something completely different. But this time you chose to be human on Earth in this time frame that you call, well, this timeline.
Mhm.
So we are simply supporting a friend.
Well, thank you for supporting us.
You are most welcome, dear one. Most welcome. For if you did not come and were not our friend, we would not be able to experience you experiencing. And that would be what you might call a shame for us, for we would miss out on something so valuable, even though we are seeing it from a different perspective and from a different height. We are still experiencing through you and by interacting with you. This, as this one says often, keeps us busy and out of trouble.
So, what can we do to be more aware of this, like the remembering?
Oh, well, It is when you are connected to source or your intuition that you are in the remembering phase or remembering ability. For when you are disconnected and in only receiving fear, then you do not have access to any remembering at all other than your humanness. Now, you came knowing you would forget, but also knowing that you wanted to remember, for that is part of the fun. It is the experiences along the route of remembering. For you came at this particular time frame on earth, not another. For if you had come even 100, what you would call years ago, then this remembering process would not be possible for most of you. For you were very entrenched in the experiencing of experiencing human. And if you had come even 1,000 years ago, then again, you would not be experiencing the journey of remembering, but rather simply experiencing the survival of being human. Now, this is not to say that some of you have not chosen that particular time frame to live in as well. For many, many, many of you have. And it is the evolution of humans on earth that has progressed in the well, we have been here, done that, let's move things forward. That is the basis of your technology, which allows you more time to interact with more people and the time to spend outside of sheer survival, that allows you the space and the room and the wherewithal and the bandwidth to think about remembering. It is interesting to see from such a much higher perspective the evolution of what you call mankind. For it was exciting in the times of what you call caveman, even though the life expectancy was so much shorter. There was much packed into those years of being human. It was all about the 3D. It was all about survival. And the emotions were quick, fast, and swift. Now, today, there is much more time to spend reflecting, remembering, and connecting with source. Does this make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
We like this interaction very much.
Yeah, I like it too. Do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, yes. We want to emphasize once again that humans and angels are very much alike. And simply put, there is not one better than the other or worse than the other. For we are, dear ones, on much of a level playing field, as you would say, because you are only experiencing most of the time the you as a human, but we are engaging with you as a human and as your higher self. So we see the whole of you, not the piece only. And you, dear one, are just as powerful, just as miracle laden as we are. We also want to emphasize that this is not a requirement. Not everyone who comes to Earth as a human and this time frame is going to be plugged into their higher self most of the time. Some came to interact as human, to experience life in a human form without all the remembering. For it is needed in what you call contrast. If all 8 billion people on Earth were on their journey of remembering, it would be very different than it is now. But we want to remind you that not every soul who comes into being on the earth is here to remember their connection to source, but some come to play the part of someone who is advancing this expansion of humanity through contrast. And they are playing a part that requires them to be very human. This does not mean that their guides or angels are not with them and watching over them. It does not mean that they have gone astray from the playbook, but perhaps their role is laid out very clearly in their playbook. Does this make sense?
It does. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, dear one. We are so grateful that you have come with questions and that you are indeed on a path of remembering, as well as anyone who is listening or watching this portrayal and experiencing the energetic connection with us. We appreciate and love you oh so much.
Well, the energy is much calmer.
There, it feels like I have like bean bags in my hands. I don't know how to say it. My hands like they feel weighted. They
Uh-huh.
feel very grounded. My whole body feels kind of like
Mm-hmm.
it was a very I mean we did, for those of you watching, we did a channeling with Tilda a few minutes ago, and so that energy was very different. But this
It,
time Sam felt um richer, thicker, more dense or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the replay because I don't remember now what they said. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what they had to say given the different energy that I feel today.
yes. It was a good conversation.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you for asking all the questions.
No worries.
Okay, guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the button. We will see you soon. Mwah.